Xbox has just released this brand new special edition Xbox controller called stellarshift, which is a super cool and unique design that really looks out of this world. It's wireless and it also has Bluetooth as well, so not only can you connect it to your Xbox, you can even link this to your PC or even your mobile for mobile phone gaming, which is really awesome. And as soon as Xbox announced this design, only a few days ago for me, I jumped straight onto the Microsoft store to buy one of these myself, as I do think it's a really cool, unique design. And there's actually a hidden feature which comes with this controller, which I talk about at the very end of this video. And I feel like I have to mention the unboxing experience and presentation, as it's really nice. The images on the box are super strong and it gives a true representation of the actual controller. When we open the box and the way it nicely hinges open and you get to see that brand new special edition controller nicely presented to you at an angle with no plastic or extra packaging, really makes a positive impact. Compare that to the new PlayStation controllers, which I felt like isn't a nice impactful unboxing experience. It just seems to be stuffed in the box without any thought or care or attention for the user experience. Anyway, back to this one. When we lift that stellarshift special edition controller out of the box, we get to see the two AA batteries that are included, as this controller is obviously wireless. And then underneath this pressed white cardboard section, we will find a few bits of paperwork and the instructions. But now we've got the controller in our hands, we can really start to see and appreciate the uniqueness of this design. That color shifting blue purple shimmer is constantly changing and adapting when we're looking at it from different angles. Seeing the light bounce off of this thing from all its different angles really makes it stand out and becomes a super unique looking controller. And this is something that we really haven't quite seen anything like before from Xbox. And I really like how this design continues and wraps around the side of this controller, as this is where we get to see the textured and rubberized grips that have this awesome swirl design that will be unique on every single stellarshift controller. And this swirl design really does remind me of a nebula or a galaxy from outer space. But the back of the controller is just a flat dark grey colour, but it also has texture on it, which is where our fingers will sit. And as you can see, the bumpers and triggers are also this dark grey colour, but also support texture as well to help with grip. Now, the layout and hardware is exactly what we would expect and what we're used to with all other Xbox controllers. On the back we will see the USB-C port and that pair and sync button. The battery compartment slides off, and this is where we obviously insert those included AA batteries, but we can also add our own rechargeable battery pack if we wanted to, and this is something that I'll definitely be doing. On the bottom of the controller we have the 3.5mm headphone jack and also the extension port. Now, the main buttons and the thumbsticks on the front of the controller are the same dark grey colour as the back. We have the full circle hybrid D-pad, and both thumbsticks have this textured ring around them, again to help with grip. And we also have a dedicated share button to make it even easier to grab screenshots and even record our gameplay. And I really like that these buttons have a purple accent colour on them, which is just like the A, X, Y and B button. Having this matching purple accent colour really finishes off the design and look of this controller, and I really do think it looks awesome. Now, I am a massive fan of the Xbox controller design and layout, and I personally feel like it fits my hands perfectly, and when using this one it is no different. I think it feels fantastic in the hand, and having those rubberized textured grips on the back, bumpers, triggers and thumbsticks really makes it a joy to use this controller. And this unique shimmer design is constantly changing and adapting when we're moving and playing with this controller, which I really like. And I'd love to know, what do you think of this brand new stellarshift controller design in the comment section down below. As for fingerprints, I feel like this design does a good job at hiding them. And I feel like if your hands are slightly sweaty and you start to see some fingerprints on this controller, it seems to evaporate and disappear super quickly, and you're not left with really any marks. Now, like I said at the very beginning of this video, there is a hidden feature within this controller, which is super cool. When we first connect the controller to our Xbox, we can actually get its very own unique dynamic background, which is awesome, as it keeps everything within the same style, and it is a really nice extra subtle little touch. And if you want to, we can even go onto the Xbox and remap some of the buttons on this controller. Having this customizability really makes the controller work for your wants and needs. Now, personally, I would have really liked if that underside of the controller continued that swirl design all the way around and we didn't just have that dark grey colour. Or even just have a subtle purple colour instead of this dark grey colour. But this isn't a deal breaker for me, as you very rarely see the underside of the controller, and if they did actually match the colour or do that swirl design all the way around, I can imagine that they would have actually increased the cost of this controller. But overall, I think this new stellarshift design is awesome, unique and eye-catching without it being over the top or cheap looking. And like I said at the very beginning of this video, I did actually buy this stellarshift special edition controller myself, and being special edition basically means that at any point Xbox could potentially stop selling it. It's not limited edition, but being special edition basically means that this could be on sale for a week, a month, 6 months, a year, years, indefinitely. We don't really know, so if you're interested in getting one, I would highly recommend heading over and buying one of these yourself. And if this is one of the first videos you've seen of mine, then please consider subscribing, as it really does help out and support the channel. And if you found this video interesting and informative, a cheeky like as well would be really appreciated. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of this controller, or if you could design your own dream controller, let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, I will see you very soon.